Welcome to this week's soccer betting news video. I'm your host Ayanda Vezi. Njengenjwayelo angudlali mahamba yedwa. With me is Banele Pikwa, where he will be giving us his insight with DStv Premiership this weekend. Banza, welcome.
Thank you so much, Ayanda. Greetings to the viewers at home. Greetings to you. I mean, it's been an exciting season. Seven games already, and the league is taking shape. Kaizer teams all at the top, all doing well. Not even one team on the bottom half. Arrows started slow, but they're peaking. Maritzburg as well. You know, it's good to see. It's good to see. I think 3 teams now, Kaizer. So if we've got so many teams from Kaizer, I think people were right when they say if KZN teams, if you can target the KZN teams, let's say you are Mazulu and you beat all the other KZN teams home and away, then it puts you in a very good position to challenge for the league. So yeah, the league can be won in KZN this season.
Okay. Speaking of KZN, Amazulu are taking on Chippa United on Saturday. What's your take on that?
It's a tough game. Amazulu have started very well. Only lost 1 game this season, which was in the derby against fellow KZN teams, against the Golden Arrows. They've played very well. I wasn't happy about how they approached the Chiefs game, but I mean, if you're playing at home, you can go for a draw, but I feel like it's a game they could have won. They could have taken the game to Chiefs instead of sitting back and defending. But I mean, you wouldn't fall to Brennan Tuta for getting a point at the FNB Stadium after all the Chiefs had won all their home games. So it's not such a bad thing. Playing against the Chippa United, we saw them crumble against Golden Arrows. They were 3-0 down at halftime last weekend against Arrows. They're up against Amazulu, which I feel they are much stronger than the Arrows plus 2 Amazulu at home. So for me, I think this is a banker. This is one of the games where Uden Clayt will be called into the office after the game. We know what happens at Chippa United. So yeah, for me, this is a banker. Banker Amazulu any day. I think they'll win. Yeah, I'm tipping this game with so much confidence.
Okay, last weekend we saw like a lot of upset. Orlando Pirates losing to Amazulu. Now they are coming into this game to redeem themselves when they host TS Galaxy. How do you see that unfold?
Yeah, I mean, Pirates lost to Maritzburg again against 2 KZN teams. I think this season all around, not only in South Africa, also in Europe, there'll be so many upsets because games are coming in thick and fast, you know. We've said it so many times, players are not robots. So to play on a weekend, Wednesday, weekend again, you know. I know some teams have been doing it in the Champions League, but this season they'll be doing it quite often. So there'll be a lot of rotation and a lot of changing here and then. Once you start doing that, then you kill the rhythm of the team. There's teams unsettled and all of that. So too much rotation will cause a lot of upsets. So it's something we've been seeing here. We've been seeing in Europe as well. So this is going to be one of those seasons. If you like backing the upsets and going for the outsiders, then teams like TS Galaxy against Pirates, you can take games like that. After all, the Galaxy have beaten Sundowns this season. They've only lost once at the time of recording. So if you fancy those type of games, then you can go for it. I'm a greedy person. I'd go for TS Galaxy to win here, or go for both teams to score.
Okay. Speaking of beating Sundowns, Mamelodi Sundowns have shown that they are beatable this season. It's no longer that Sundowns that everyone is scared of now. So they are taking on Golden Arrows at home. So do you see Golden Arrows coming victorious in this fixture?
No, definitely not. This is one of those games that the Sundowns has bullied in the past. But we've seen them again losing against the SuperSport United this season. Against a team they've done fairly well. We've saw them losing against TS Galaxy for the first time since they've joined the PSL, you know. So like I said earlier on, this is a strange season. Upsets are coming in, they're happening, but I don't see an upset in this game. I think Sundowns will bounce back and they'll do what they did to Chiefs after a defeat, and you just score as many goals. They did that again to Stellenbosch after a draw against Iskukune. They bounced back. So yeah, I think again they'll do the same. I'm expecting the same thing. Yeah, I think Arrows will get a hiding. So you can tip Sundowns to win both halves, or Sundowns to win on a -1 handicap. That's good value.
Okay, so we're closing off the game week 8 with Kaizer Chiefs visiting Marumo Galansi. We know Marumo Galansi coach is gone. maybe Chiefs will look to capitalize on that, saying maybe Gallants are not, maybe they are not like at the point where they are supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that's happening at Moromo Gallants. We saw the coach wasn't there on Sunday. Yeah. He resigned before the game, so he said that he was forced to change his lineup, and he didn't agree to that. So he then resigned after the game. The chairman came and spoke to SuperSport and said, no, the coach is sick. That's why he wasn't in the game. He expects him back on Monday. And one of the publications phoned the coaches later on and said, but the chairman says you'll report to work tomorrow. And the coach was like, no, I've resigned because that's not how I work. I'm not going to be told to put this one and not play this one. Then another publication phoned the technical director and said, what's happening? And the technical director was like, yeah, the coach resigned because he didn't want to be supervised and all of that. Yeah. He said, in every job in the world, you get advices, meaning the coach was right that he was being told who to put and all of that. And the club released a statement saying, hey, we're against what our technical director has said. We don't choose lineup for coaches. So it was quite a dramatic one. Yeah, but back to the game. Chiefs haven't won away from home this season. In fact, they've lost all the games played away from home. But it was against top teams, you know. The top three of last season, you speak about Royal AM, Sundowns, and Cape Town City. Those are the teams Chiefs have faced on the road, and they lost all of them. Didn't score not even one goal. This is a chance for them to end that losing streak away against Moromo Gallants. 4 draws, 2 defeats, 5 draws and one defeat, you know, from 6 games. It says a lot about this Gallants team. So this is a team that Chiefs can target, and their new striker also, Caleb Sozwane, is saying he expects goals from him. And if he is to make his mark, I'm expecting him to start. Dupreez is not 100% fit. So if he does start, this is an opportunity for him to impress. You know, so I'd go for Chiefs on this one. I'd lean towards Chiefs and say Chiefs to win the game. I'm not a fan of Moromo Gallants and all the drama that is happening there.
Okay, so with Solomons missing the penalty, if it happens, Chiefs get a penalty, you think he might take it, or he must give it to someone else? That's
actually a very good question. You know, it's been long where Chiefs, after missing a penalty, the fans turn their backs on the player and say, you must stop, you know, and it hasn't solved the problems. If I take you years back, Chiefs had Ukatsande, you know, he scored multiple penalties and he missed one in the derby and he never took again. Ukatoso taking penalties. He scored penalties back-to-backs in derbies, scoring penalties. He was their penalty taker. He missed one in a crucial game against Cape Town City and he stopped taking, you know. And we had Keegan Dolly last season. The cycle then continued again. Udoli was scoring penalties in the game against Sundowns. 87 minutes, he got a penalty. The score was 1-1 for him to win the game. He missed that penalty and he stopped taking again, you know. So Solomons took the penalty. I feel like it wasn't a poorly taken penalty, considering that everybody misses a penalty, you know. At some point, Jorginho from Chelsea was the only player whom I've never seen miss a penalty, and he missed it in a Euro final, you know. So you can't now say stop taking. Penalties is always a 50-50, but a player like Solomons, he scored so many penalties at Swallows. Chiefs, he came in, he scored. That one was narrowly wide, so I wouldn't fault him for that. It's not like he'd done Penenka or something that didn't work. So I'd still give him penalties. That's a very good question. It'll be interesting to see who takes it.
Okay, there you have it. Banele Seshilo, Solomons should continue taking penalties. That's it from me, Ayanda Vezi, and Banele Pikwa. Until next time,
for more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.